folks. This week, I want to take a little trip back to the year 1999. And I want to talk about a certain show that does not hold up today in the year 2021. Obviously, that's the case for most shows from 1999 because it was more than like 20 years ago. For example, me and my girlfriend rewatched 8 Simple Rules this year, and yeah, it doesn't really hold up. Still a really funny show. Like, John Ritter, rest in peace, one of the funniest people of all time. But yeah, like 90% of the jokes were like, hey, Bridget, you want to put a sweater on or something? You're dressed like a slut. But again, that was like 20 years ago, and I feel like back then you could just say whatever you wanted to on television, and nobody really cared. Which brings us to the main topic of today's video. Today, we're going to watch an episode of the Comedy Central program, The Man Show. It aired from the year 1999 to 2004, and it was originally hosted by Adam Carolla and Jimmy Kimmel, which is very interesting, and we'll touch on that later, but I'll read you guys the synopsis. The Man Show simultaneously celebrated and lampooned the stereotypical loudish male perspective in a sexually charged, humorous light. Oh, that's the type of light I use. The show consisted of a variety of pre-recorded comedy sketches and live in-studio events, usually requiring audience participation. And this show came out when over-the-top masculinity was like all the rage. Man caves were becoming super popular. Axe commercials ruined teenage boys' perception of women for years. Books like The Bro Code were flying off the shelves. The early 2000s were a very weird time to be a guy. And this weird environment bred the creation of The Man Show. And the show reminds me of Mansers just because of its like insanely over-the-top methods that they're using to try to cater to the stereotypical male of the early 2000s, eating burgers, drinking beers, loving boobies while simultaneously hating the woman they're attached to. Guy stuff. But I feel like Mansers didn't really toe the line that much. Like, watch an episode of Mansers and they were just like, can you fart so hard your balls explode? And everybody was like, okay, I get what you guys are doing. But with The Man Show, it's a little harder to put your finger on what it was. But hey, enough of me talking. Grab a beer, leave the wife at home, and let's watch an episode of The Man Show.
Behold, the Hoover Dam. 6.6 million tons of concrete, harnessing nearly 1 trillion gallons of water.
Okay, where are you going with this, huh?
16,000 men spent half a decade building it. They lived in shacks and tents along its base without drinking water.
Okay, so maybe they're trying to be like, look at this cool, amazing thing that a bunch of men built together. Okay, I get it. I could get behind that.
And just as these heroic men did more than 60 years ago, we are building a dam. A dam to hold back the tidal wave of feminization that is flooding this country. A dam to stop the river of estrogen that is drowning us in political correctness. We call this dam The Man Show.
Damn. Maybe they refer to their show as a dam because it stops women from getting wet. How dare he? Pretty gnarly way to start off the first episode of your show, right? Like, this seems like a bit that you would put, like, at least, I don't know, like 3 episodes in? Ease people into it, maybe? But no, dude, that ain't the manly way. Restraint? What is that? Real men don't wait until the appropriate time. They go, hey, lady, here's a photo of my dink. What do you think? And then they get blocked. But if you get blocked enough times, you might have enough blocks to build your very own dam. And I'm sure some of you are like, Kurtis, this is a comedy show. Obviously, this is all satire. Why are you getting so offended? Nice shirt, by the way. First off, thank you. I thought so too. And second, I know this is a comedy show. They make jokes throughout, but I don't know, man. Going forward, you'll get a better understanding of what I'm trying to say, but let's learn a little bit more about this show before we go on. The New York Times published an article about The Man Show last year, and they sort of compared it to what like the climate of modern television is like today. And I want to read a little excerpt that I think is very interesting. The idea was that the guys were in on the joke. The point was to be over the top. They were poking fun at the toxicity of men's bad behaviors. Get it? If you go back and look at those bits, I think everyone thinks that it was some sort of misogynistic, beer-swigging whatever, Mr. Carolla said in an interview last year. The reality is we were always the butt of the joke. It was unclear if the fans ever got that, and certainly not the ones that Mr. Kimmel has said he came to loathe. I had no fun doing that show. It was all work for me. When the hiatus came, I was delighted, he told GQ in 2008. So Jimmy Kimmel said that he hated doing the show. That's good, right? That's a good sign. That means like, you know, this doesn't reflect his views or anything. Except he fucking created the show. He's one of the main creators of the Man Show. It's not like he was some desperate out of work actor who was like, hey man, I just took the gig, I need money, man, I gotta put food on the table. No man, you made it. You thought of it. Bullshit, you hated being on it, Jimmy. Look, I didn't want to do it, okay? I just wrote it and starred in it and loved every second of it. But I hated it. The thing I want to figure out with this video is like, at what point does something that is being purposely offensive to satirize or criticize a certain group become just actually offensive? Because if the audience doesn't pick up on what you're trying to do, then you're going to get the opposite reaction that you want. And I'm not smart enough to figure this out. I don't even know if it is a thing that you can figure out, but I just want you guys to like think about that when you watch this show and like, I guess, be the judge for yourself. And I just think that concept is so interesting. It's kind of like when Jared Leto sent all of his castmates dead animals as the Joker to like prepare for his role. Like, cool, Jared, we get it. You're an actor, but at a certain point, you're just a weird douche sending corpses to your coworkers. But hey, at least it was all worth it in the end, right? But yeah, just think about that going forward. Back to the Man Show. So after the damn bit, they go into this awesome theme song that's all boobs and butts, and then we get into the opening monologue of the show.
We're here because we have a serious problem in this country, and her name is Oprah. Yeah!
I don't know why that one guy in the audience was so quick to agree with Jimmy on that one.
And her name is Oprah.
Yeah! 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 Yeah, dude, fuck Oprah. It's just a bunch of girls in big dresses screaming about stuff. No, sir. We're talking about Oprah. You're thinking of opera. I use Internet Explorer. Yeah! I hope you guys have heard of Opera, the web browser. Because if not, that joke does not work. So please hear of it. Please hear of Opera web browser. But in this monologue, they go on to say that Oprah has every woman under her control and she tells them all what to do.
We're the ones that are supposed to be telling them what to do, right?
Jimmy Kimmel.
This Oprah needs to do a little less brainwashing and a little more sock washing.
Guys, come on. Totally epic jokes aside, they go on to explain why they created the Man Show. They go on to say that a man is the one who invented the television.
Who invented the television, a man or a woman?
And they want to reclaim the airwaves because there's too much chick stuff on TV.
He didn't invent it for Oprah or Rosie.
And it's also very funny that they say that because like literally 20 seconds later, they say this.
After all, what do guys want to see on TV? We want girls.
Well, which is it? You just said there's too many girls on TV, and that's bad. And now that you say the one thing you want to see on TV is girls? Which is it, huh? I wonder what the main difference is between women on Oprah and the women on the Man Show.
Do you still find it difficult to look at that photograph?
Yes.
Obviously you do. It still causes a great deal of emotion.
Right. So they don't have a problem with women being on TV. Women can be on TV all they want, okay? But you gotta show us your boobs. Sorry. You can only be on TV when you're being objectified by two guys. Yeah! As a bit, though. Like, it's a bit, remember? Like, this is all high level comedy, dude. Classic, dude. Misogyny. It's the classic joke. It's also so crazy that the creators of this show, Adam Carolla and Jimmy Kimmel, watched all these other shows directed by men, written by men, produced by men, and they were like, you know what? We need something by men. It's so crazy to think that when this show was announced, there were dudes who were like, oh, finally my prayers have been answered. Finally something for me. I feel like, especially back then, every show was the Man Show. Dude, even Dawson's Creek, a show that premiered in 1998, which had a primarily like teenage girl audience, was written by a dude. And the whole show is about a guy named Dawson. And he sucks. You ever seen that show? If you haven't, don't. Dawson sucks. He'll dry your creek right up. He's the worst character of all time. Yes. Every show was the Man Show. Changed my mind. And I'm sure some shitty dudes are gonna watch this video and say how much I'm being a beta male and how they're just joking around in this show. It's all jokes. Haha. And yeah, as hilarious as these jokes are, if you're being sexist and misogynistic as a joke, you're still being sexist and misogynistic. Like, that doesn't magically absolve you of the thing you just said. Like, if you show up late to work every single day as a joke, first off, that's hilarious, but there's gonna be consequences. You're still late for work. You're still gonna get fired. And then who's gonna build the dam? Yeah! Back to the show. After their monologue, they go into this bit where they show the history of man, and the whole joke is pretty much just, hey, look at these monkeys fart in different time periods. And I'm not gonna lie, this is right up my alley. I love this. If this show was just monkeys farting, hey YouTube, here's my 2 weeks. I quit, all right? I'm gonna stop making YouTube videos and I'm only watching that. But unfortunately, it can't all be monkey farts, so let's see what's next.
Hey, lolly, lolly, lolly. Hey, lolly, lolly, oh. Well, I know a girl as ugly as a duck. Hey, lolly, lolly, oh. Not much to look at, but boy, can she swim. Hey, lolly, lolly, oh. Hey, lolly, lolly, lolly. Hey, lolly, lolly, oh. Hey, lolly, lolly, lolly. Hey, lolly, lolly, oh. Now I know a girl from old Kentucky. Hey, lolly, lolly, oh. Censor. Hey, lolly, lolly, oh. Hey, lolly, lolly, lolly.
I feel like Matilda in that one scene when they're all watching television and the guy's like, it's time to get sticky with Mickey. And then she blows up the TV. That's how I feel right now. Sorry, spoiler alert. Matilda blows up the TV. This reminded me so much of that scene that I edited that Matilda scene. So enjoy.
Hey, lolly, lolly, lolly. Hey, lolly, lolly, oh. Well, I know a girl as ugly as a duck. Hey, lolly, lolly, oh. Not much to look at, but boy, can she swim. Hey, lolly, lolly, oh. Hey, lolly, lolly, lolly. Hey, lolly, lolly, oh. Hey, lolly, lolly, lolly. Hey, lolly, lolly, oh.
Also, there's too many chicks in that movie, right, dude? I never even get to see Miss Honey in a friggin' bikini. What the fuck? Okay, so the next bit of this episode is where they show hypothetical inventions by men for men. And these include a beer can with a tab on the top and a tab on the side to make shotgunning easier. Actually fucking genius. I don't know why people haven't done that yet. A telephone that will talk to your wife for you. You know, because God forbid you gotta fucking say words to the woman you asked to marry you, right? And last but not least, they have another invention, and it's a mask of Pamela Anderson to put on your dog for when they walk in on you,
using a shake weight.
Which is so gross, Jimmy Kimmel. Hey, Jimmy Kimmel, that's fucking super gross. You wanna look your dog in the eyes while you're
using a shake weight.
Ugh. You know what? Let's talk about Jimmy Kimmel now. Let's talk about Jimmy Jim Jom Jom. It is so weird watching this show and then comparing it to who he is now. Like, he's the host of one of the most popular television shows on ABC, which is owned by Disney.
Classy Disney.
This guy is an employee of Disney.
Nothing ruins a spirited round of masturbation like the puzzled look on your dog's face when he catches you in the act.
And you're watching Disney Channel. And I'm not trying to, like, cancel Jimmy Kimmel. That's not gonna fucking happen. And that's also never my intention when I make videos. It's just so interesting that he was doing all this crazy shit back in the day. Now he's like the face of a Disney Channel show, basically. He's like the opposite of Jake Paul, but still in a bad way, kind of. If anything, you know what? It shows that people can grow and learn from their mistakes and become better people. And I think that's great. I think we should be enforcing that. Enforcing? Is that the right word? Encouraging that. Not enforcing. Learn from your mistakes! But unfortunately, people in the comment section do not agree with me. This one's from Vagabond Wastrel. Behold, Jimmy, before he became the beta he is now today. This one's from Robert Barboza, when they weren't afraid to get juggy with it. When they weren't afraid to get juggy with it. Juggy with it. That is the most 40-year-old guy comment I've ever seen. That is such a weird uncle on Facebook thing to comment. Back when they weren't afraid to get juggy with it. I was not invited to Thanksgiving. Okay, and then we got another comment from Hopkins von Rabbitarian. Okay, what the fuck is up with these names, bro? Hopkins von Rabbitarius. R.I.P. comedy. We'll always remember the days when it was allowed. It is, though. You know what I mean? It is. Comedy is still allowed. You just can't say misogynistic shit and get away with it. I swear people like this think you can do whatever and say whatever in the name of comedy, and it's just fine.
Oh, now look at these bikini babes. These are some hot girls.
What the fuck? What's wrong? You invite me out on a nice boat trip out on the lake on your dad's boat, and then you poured a bucket of pig's blood on me, kicked me off of the boat into the lake and said, "You're shark food now." Then you drove back to shore while shooting 2 pistols in the air like Yosemite Sam. I also don't know why you said I was shark food. There's no sharks in Lake Michigan. Everybody knows that. And I was also only 20 feet from the shore, so thank God I was able to get back safely. But what the fuck, man? R.I.P. comedy. We'll always remember the days when it was allowed. I'm sorry, man, you're going to jail. Ooh, I'm shark food. Okay, so this next part, they talk about the worst moment in man history. Men have done a lot of pretty shitty things throughout history. Let's get loud. So I'm curious to see their take.
Worst moments in man history. 1920. Men give women the right to vote.
I miss the farting monkeys, man. Can we go back to that? Can we pretend that airplanes in the night sky are like farting monkeys? I could really use a shit right now. So yeah, they go into a whole monologue about why women voting is bad. And this is funny. This is a good bit. And then they take it to the streets. They ask for signatures to end women's suffrage, which, you know, means ending women's right to vote. But suffrage kind of sounds like suffering, you get it? And hilarity ensues. Hilarity ensues, it does. I mean, guys. Okay, there's this woman who doesn't speak English very well, and oh man, they dunk on her so hard, dude.
Suffrage gives women the right to vote. They're making fun of you.
And that's funny, okay? Because everybody knows if you can't speak English, that means you're dumb. I can only speak one language, but that language is English, so that means I'm smart.
They're white men who are wasting energy.
We're not white. We're not white.
Like, obviously, this whole bit is like super offensive and just mean, but it's also just lazy. You know what I mean? It's just a lazy bit. And that's coming from me, dude. Look. I'm still wearing my sweatpants. I'm breaking the fourth wall. I'm comfortable in my own home. What's very interesting about this segment, though, is that it is eerily similar to a segment that Jimmy Kimmel does on his show today. It's called Eyewitness News, and he'll try to make people on the street look stupid and uneducated. And I just really want to know how he pitched that idea to ABC. Any other ideas, Jimmy? This is great so far. Yeah, I got another one. How about we go out into the street and we make everyday civilians look like complete idiots on national television? Ooh, I like that. Yeah, I sort of did a similar thing on my old show. It was pretty great. Oh yeah? And what show was that? Huh? You said you did that on your old show. Which show are you referring to? Oh fuck, he doesn't know that I hosted the Man Show. This is the fucking head of ABC. How did he not know? He's a man. Men are supposed to be smart. Unless he's not? She's a woman? But if that's true, why isn't she in a bikini, jumping on a trampoline so I can pull and tug on my wiener while I look my dog in the eyes? I don't know how I'm gonna get out of this one. Oh, fuck! Did I say all that out loud? No. Oh, thank God. Sir, if you heard what I was thinking in my head about jerking it in front of my dog, oh man, I'd be fired. Did I just say that out loud? Yes, obviously. Oh no! This whole situation is worse than women voting. Hell yeah, brother.
And thus, The Man Show was born.
So yeah, that was the pilot episode of The Man Show. I think you guys get the gist of it, but I want to show you one more clip. This is from the second episode, and when I saw it, I couldn't fucking believe it.
Hello, welcome to Hollywood. Would you like to have sex with me? Would you like to have sex? No? Please. I'm begging you. I think you'd enjoy it. Doing well today? Would you like to have some sex? Would you be interested in any sex today? You don't have to make the sick face. Would you like to make love to me?
No.
Would you have sex with me? Just a yes or no. Would you have sex with me?
And you're watching Disney Channel. That's illegal, right? If it isn't, I feel like it should be. You can't do that. Jimmy Kimmel, you can't do that. Bro, you know all those lame-ass fucking videos on TikTok where a guy will, like, shove his iPhone in a drunk girl's face, and he'll be like, so, smash or pass? Say smash. You say smash. Dude, all of that, Jimmy Kimmel is to blame. Blame Jimmy. Blame Jimmy. Blame Jimmy. Blame Jimmy. He started all that shit all the way back in 99, which is ironically the number of things wrong with that segment, dude. I just had to include that part in the video just to show you how fucking insane this show was. Times have changed, obviously, and I'd like to think that Jimmy has also changed. But this show is a prime example of a predominantly male audience interpreting something incorrectly. Basically just a big whoosh, I guess. But instead of the whoosh just going over their head, it like goes over their head and then like up their butt and then through their mouth and they just go, you know? Because I feel like that happens a lot. Like The Matrix, for example. Great movie. I love it. Came out in 1999. And like conservative alpha male bros will use terminology from that movie like being red-pilled and, you know, unplugging from The Matrix, you know? But the directors of The Matrix came out and said that the entire movie was basically a metaphor for being trans. But dumbass dudes watch it and they're like, yo, that's like me. This is like my life. Huh. I guess I'm Neo. You're not Neo, okay? This is. Give it up for Neo, everybody. Imagine. It's independent. One of these days, I'm gonna say, give it up for Neo, everybody, and he's actually gonna show up. Crossing my fingers. But I understand why Jimmy Kimmel distanced himself from this show. Doesn't look good on a resume, man. I'm sure this show haunts him every single day of his life, so I'm sorry, Jimmy, for bringing it up again. But also I'm not, because you fucking created it, so, you know, sucks to suck, man. But the worst part of all of this, well, maybe not the worst part, but it's up there. Jimmy Kimmel wasn't always the host of this show. In 2003, he was replaced by Joe Rogan. That's the nail in the coffin, bro. Dude, imagine having the same job as Joe Rogan. Oh my God, that hurts, Jimmy. You're on the same level as the guy who ingested horse dewormer to cure COVID. Dude, Joe Rogan lives his life like an episode of fucking Fear Factor, man. Oh, you gotta chug the horse dewormer for $50,000. But yeah, I'm not joking. Joe Rogan replaced Jimmy Kimmel and hosted one more season of The Man Show. And after hosting The Man Show, Joe Rogan now hosts The Man Show.
Did you see that guy accidentally hit that moose with his car?
Which is pretty cool. Okay, I think I said all I wanted to say. Man, I've been talking so much, I kind of worked up an appetite. Good thing this video is sponsored by HelloFresh. Folks, I've been eating HelloFresh every week for years now, and I cannot recommend it enough. With HelloFresh, you get mouth-watering, seasonal recipes and fresh, pre-measured ingredients delivered right to your door. HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit, makes cooking at home fun, easy, and affordable. And they have everything you need for when you go back into the office or if you're going back to school. Quick 20-minute dinners and oven-ready pizzas for when you're tired after a long day, egg bites for busy mornings, salad kits for quick lunches, and more. And just because they have quick recipes doesn't mean they lack in flavor. HelloFresh has more 5-star recipes than any other meal kit, and they make it so easy to eat healthy with their vegetarian, pescatarian, low-cal, and carb-smart meal options. With HelloFresh, you can cut out all the stressful meal planning and prepping and actually enjoy cooking and get dinner on the table quickly and easily. And with their easy-to-use app, you can easily pick which recipes you want, you can change your delivery date, add extra meals, skip a week entirely, and so much more. And also with their pre-portioned ingredients, that means there's less prep for you and less food waste. So you're helping out Mother Nature as well. And guess what? HelloFresh is hooking you guys up with an incredible deal. Just go to HelloFresh.com and use code KurtisTown14 to get 14 free meals, including free shipping. You heard me. 14 free meals, including free shipping. So yeah, go check them out. Like I said, we've been eating HelloFresh literally every week for like more than 2 years now. And it's just so great. We have so much fun cooking and eating, obviously, and they're a long-time supporter of the channel, so now's the perfect time. Give them a go. You won't regret it. And yeah, it helps me out when you guys check out the sponsors. So HelloFresh.com and use code KurtisTown14. for 14 free meals, including free shipping. That's crazy. Thank you. Back to me. All right, guys, thanks for watching this video. Press the like button if you enjoyed it. Also, believe it or not, 1 like equals 1 dam that I will build with my bare hands. Rawr. Leave a comment. Let me know if you remember this show, perhaps. And, you know, maybe we can reboot the Man Show. And you can press the subscribe button if you want, because as soon as you press the subscribe button, I'm a valued citizen of Kurtistown. If you didn't know, Kurtistown is the best place to live in the world, and I'm the mayor, so you have to be nice to me. It's the law. You can check the description for the things I do: Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, a gaming channel, merch, podcast, all that stuff, man. And my camera's about to turn off, so I'll say goodbye. I wish I could stick around, but I unfortunately have to take off. I have to lift a car above my head.